Students, we will start today of chapter number 3, that is human reproduction. So, human reproduction consists of male reproductive system. So, what is there in the male reproductive system? Male reproductive system consists of a scrotum, a pair of testes, vasa efferentia, a pair of epididymis, a pair of vasa differentia, a pair of ejaculatory ducts, a urethra, 2 is testes, 3 is vasa efferentia, 4 is a pair of epididymis, 5 is a pair of vasa differentia, then a pair of ejaculatory ducts, a urethra, a penis and certain accessory sex glands. So, now we will start from reproductive organs. So, first one is the scrotum. So, the scrotum is what? Is a pouch of pigmented skin arising from the lower abdominal wall, hanging between the legs. The testis originated in the abdomen, you know it all, but later during the 7 months of development, it descends permanently into the respective scrotal sac through passages which is termed as inguinal canal. Okay. The testis, where it originates? It is first found in the abdomen. It is originated in the abdomen, but later during 7 months of the development of the embryo, it descends permanently into the respective scrotal sac through the passage, with that passage is termed as inguinal canal. Now you see, it is there, that is the male reproductive system. So, you see, this is the urinary bladder, it is urinary bladder, it is the seminal vesicle, this is here is the ejaculatory duct, lower to it is the prostate gland, this is Copper's gland, it is vas deferens, it is the inguinal canal, it is caput epididymis, it is corpus epididymis, corta epididymis, it is the gubernaculum, and this is the scrotum, ampulla, urethra, testis, here is scrotum, and it is the penis through which it is a common discharge point of the sperm and the urine, and glans prepuce and urinogenital apparatus. Urinogenital, why it is? Because alongside with the urine, it liberates also the genital product, that is the testis. Sperm. It liberates the sperm also. Testis is the organ of the production of the sperm. Okay, and from testis, testosterone also liberates. So, now male reproductive system consists of that, you see, a spermatic duct, a spermatic cord connects testis with the abdominal cavity. It consists of what? A connective tissue that encloses an artery, a vein, a lymph vessel, a nerve, cremaster muscle and a vas deferens. A testis rests in its chamber over pad called what is known as the gubernaculum. Okay. Now, the human testis. Number 2, you see, it is the human testis. The testes are the primary sex organs. Primary sex organs, they are about 4 to 5 centimeter long, 2.5 centimeter wide and 3 centimeter thick. They are suspended in the scrotal sacs by spermatic cords. Each testis weighs about 10 to 15 grams and it is having 3 coverings: tunica vaginalis, tunica albuginea and tunica vasculosa. Now, you see, the ingrowth of the tunica albuginea, called the septa, divide the testis into 200 to 300 lobules. Each testicular lobule contains 1 to 3 highly convoluted seminiferous tubules, blood vessels and nerve embedded in loose connective tissue. A total of about 750 seminiferous tubules occur in each testis. A total of about 750 seminiferous tubules occur in each testis. Okay. And each seminiferous tubules is lined by germinal epithelium. Seminiferous tubule is the site of spermatogenesis. The process occurs in waves along the length of the tubule, taking about 9 weeks, 63 days to complete in man. Seminiferous tubules contain 3 types of cells. What are those? First is the germ cell. Okay. So, germ cell is what? Germ cells or the primordial germ cells arise from the yolk sac, endoderm, and enter the testis early in the development. These are spermatogenic cells by mitotic divisions produce spermatogonia into the lumen of the seminiferous tubule. Okay. The spermatogonia now grow into primary spermatocytes which undergo meiosis producing haploid cells. First then it is coming secondary spermatocyte and then the spermatids. Spermatids differentiate by a process called spermiogenesis into dimorphic haploid sperms containing X or Y chromosome. Okay. Mature spermatozoa is freely in the cavity of the seminiferous tubules. Number 2 is somatic cells, that is the Sertoli cells or the sustenicular cells or the nurse cells. These give nutrition to the sperm. These are the supportive, nutritive and secretive polypeptide hormone called inhibin and asteroid osteatrol which interferes with the spermatogenic activity and kinetics of the sperm production. Actually it nourishes it supports the nutritive. It is the nutritional supplement of the nutrition which comes from these cells to the sperm. Next one is the Leydig cell. Leydig cell is what? Leydig cells are endocrine cells of testes. It actually forms, it is the in the form of clusters or singly in the intestinum. Leydig cell actually produce the hormones. These secrete a sex steroid called androgen by using cholesterol. The cell contains a rich reparator of enzyme which facilitated the formation of pathways of steroid biosynthesis and biotransformation. These enzymes are called steroid dehydrogenases. Okay. Leydig cells are the endocrine cells and Sertoli cells are the nourishing cells. Then it is coming the retitestes. This is a plexiform arrangement. What is a network? A space provided by highly vascular collagenous connective tissue. It is lined by squamous epithelial cells, remind it, and some of which bear flagella whose activity assists in forward migration of testicular sperm which are immotile at this stage. Okay. The seminiferous tubules open into retitestes. Next is coming vasa efferentia. What is? Retitestes is connected to the caput epididymis by 12 to 20 fine tubules called vasa efferentia or ductuli efferentes. This lining of epithelium is ciliated and for conducting of the sperms. Tubulodectes, retitestes and ductuli efferents constitutes an intertesticular genital duct system. The cells of vasa efferens are columnar ciliated. Now is the epididymis. Epididymis what? It stores the sperms for some moments. From the retitestes, sperm moves into a series of coiled efferent ducts in epididymis that empty into a single tube called ductus epididymis present inside epididymis. It is highly coiled, measures 6 meter, that is 20 feet in length. It is lined by pseudo stratified columnar epithelium and epididymis has 3 parts. What is those? Upper, that is head, upper part head, caput epididymis or globus major, middle part corpus epididymis or globus normal, basal part that is stage, that is chorda epididymis or globus minor. Here you see in epididymis the sperms are stored for a few hours to a few days till sent out through ejaculation. The epididymis shows peristaltic and segmenting contracting at intervals to push the spermatozoa away from the testes. Testis and epididymis are together called testis and epididymis are together called testicle. Okay. It is the posterior view of the male accessory organs of reproduction. Here you see it is the urinary bladder, that is most important part. It is right ductus, there is vas deferens, ampulla of ductus, seminal vesicle duct, it is the ejaculatory duct, urinogenital diaphragm, bulbourethral Cooper's gland, corpora convosa, spongy urethra, and next is you see left ureter, hip bone, prostatic urethra, membranous urethra, okay, bulb of corpus spongiosum. Now is coming vasa differentia or the singular is vas deferens. The vas deferens is a constitution. The vas deferens is a continuation of the chorda epididymis. It is about 45 cm long and it is slightly coiled at first but becomes straight as it enters the abdominal cavity through the inguinal canal. Vas differentia conduct sperms. Vasa differentia conducts sperms from epididymis to urethra and lined by pseudostratified columnar epithelia. Okay, so what about not Sertoli cells? It is the nourishment. Leydig cells is the it is the endocrine gland. Epididymis, it stores the sperms for some moments or maybe a day or many days. Vasa differentia, it conducts sperms from epididymis to urethra. Followed it. Vasa differentia conducts sperms from epididymis to urethra and is lined by a pseudostratified columnar epithelia. Acha, surgical interference or vasectomy of vas difference ensures successful non-reversible main contraception. Okay. Here you see the difference between vasa efferentia and vasa differentia arise from the reti testis, arise from the chordae epididymis. It is arise from the reti testis, 15 to 20 in number, 2 in number. As fine and convoluted are thick, slightly coiled in the scrotum, straight in the abdomen. Lining bears many ciliated cells. Lining has a staurocelia or many cells. Carries spermatozoa from reti testis to caput epididymis, carries spermatozoa from chordae epididymis to ejaculatory ducts. Okay, so now is coming the ejaculatory ducts. They are short, straight, muscular tubes, each formed by union of vas deferens and duct of seminal vesicle, where ejaculate is formed by mixing of sperms with the secretion of the seminal vesicles. The two ejaculatory ducts join the urethra within prostate gland. Okay. Now it is coming the urethra. Urethra, what? It is a urinary duct leading from the bladder. Urethra passes through the prostate gland, urinogenital diaphragm and penis. From the point it is joined by ejaculatory ducts. It carries urine as well as spermatozoa and secretions of the seminal vesicles. It also receives secretions of the prostate and the Cowper's gland. Urethra is some 20 cm long and passes through the penis. The urethra has four regions. What is this? Urinary urethra carries urine. Prostatic urethra, it is a short proximal part surrounded by prostate gland. Membranous urethra, it is a short middle part without any covering. Smallest part of urethra. Penile urethra, it is a long distal part that passes through the penis, also known as spongy urethra. The penile part is also called the spongious urethra because it lies inside corpus spongiosum. Now it is coming the penis. Penis is what? It is the erectile copulatory organ. It consists of long shaft enlarges to form an expanded tip. The glans penis, it is covered by a loose retractable fold of skin. The prepuce or foreskin, under the skin, the penis contains 3 columns of erectile tissue, 2 cylinders of the corpora cavernosa of the penis placed dorsally and 1 cylinder. The corpus spongiosum along the ventral side. Okay. The corpora cavernosa of the penis and the urethra are covered by a dense connective tissue which is called the tunica albuginea. Both urine and semen are carried out of the body through the penis. Corpus spongiosum contains a spongy urethra. Margin of glans penis is known as corona. Followed? Here you see another external urethral orifice. Okay, it is internal structure of penis through frontal section. It is the urinary bladder upper part, body of penis. It is a full body of penis, root of penis, bulb of penis, crus of penis, corona, glans penis, prepuce, external urethral orifice, spongy urethra, corpus spongiosum, corpora cavernosa penis. Okay. Now, the penis of opossum, barbicut, etc. is double branch. Now, it is coming the word that is sperm storage. Sperm storage is what? Sperms are stored for the most part in the vasa efferentia, epididymis and proximal parts of vasa differentia. Accessory sex gland first is come in seminal vesicles, The seminal vesicles are long pouches with muscular wall. They secrete spermatozoa, activating substances such as fructose, citrate, inositol, prostaglandins and several proteins. That is, sperms are use fructose. You know, the sperms are having very much, it is very proteinaceous in nature. Sperms are fructose as a respiratory substrate. Sperms use fructose as a respiratory substrate. Seminal fluid maintains viability and motility of the sperm. Seminal vesicles secrete alkaline nutritive fluid which forms main part, that is 60% of the semen. It is also called uterus masculinus. It is formed from the Mullerian duct of the embryo. In females, these ducts form the oviducts. The seminal vesicles do not store sperms. Seminal vesicles are found between urinary bladder and the rectum. Okay. Next is coming prostate gland. Prostate gland. Prostate gland. The prostate gland surrounds the first portion of the urethra. This gland secretes a slightly acidic fluid, that is pH about 6.5, which forms 25% of the semen. The secretion nourish and activates the spermatozoa to swim. It is essential for sperm motility, that is removal of causing sterility. In the secretion of prostate gland, citric acid, calcium and phosphate, fibrinogen and fibrinolysin is present. The secretion of the prostate gland combines with the secretion of seminal vesicle, and so the semen gets coagulated. In the coagulated semen, the mobility of the sperm is reduced and so their energy is conserved. After some time, due to fibrinolysins, semen again liquefies, and in this semen now the sperms can move. Here it is very important. That is the Copper's gland. These are also termed as bulbourethral glands. One pair of Copper glands, it attaches to urethra. They secrete alkaline mucus which is discharged into the spongy part of the urethra. The mucus lubricates the reproductive tract. This serves to neutralize any acid of urine remaining in the urethra. It serves because it is slightly, they secrete alkaline mucus. And just now what you have studied just right now, that it is slightly acidic in nature. It's a pH of about 6.5. So it is the alkaline medium. It actually secrete alcohol which is discharged into the spongy part of the urethra. This mucus lubricates the reproductive tract that serves to neutralize any acid of urine remaining in the urethra. Secretion of Copper's glands is produced before the ejaculation of the semen. Secretion of the Copper's gland produced before the ejaculation of the semen. Secretion of Copper's gland carries some spermatozoa released from the ejaculation. This is one of the reasons for the high failure rate of the withdrawal method of the birth control. Perineal or rectal glands. What is it? These are found both in males and females during the breeding season. These glands secrete an odoriferous liquid which has pheromones or ectohormones in it. It males attracts the animal of opposite sex found in herbivores and carnivorous mammals. Here you see the male reproductive organ. Again a diagram has been given. Here you see sacrum, ureter, rectum, seminal vesicle, ejaculatory duct, prostate duct, anus, Copper's gland, epididymis, rete testis, scrotum, glans penis, everything is there. Okay. And regarding other glands, what are there? Prepuce contains, prepuce contains prepucial glands which produce a sebaceous substance which together with disenquartinate epidermal cells forms a whitish, pasty, foul-smelling accumulation called the smegma. About the base of the gland spine is beneath the prepuce. Okay. Now it is coming the semen. Semen you know very well. The products of the testis, that is the spermatozoa and the prostate gland, along with fluid from the seminal vesicles, are collectively known as the semen. It is milky, viscous and alkaline, having a pH of 7.2 to 7.7. Fluid ejaculated by male reproductive system during the orgasm. The volume of ejaculate varies from person to person. Absistency play a role in this. Each ejaculate measures 3.5 ml and contains 50 to 150 million sperm, that is 250 million to 525, average 400 million. The lifespan of human sperm after ejaculation is 24 to 48 hours. Okay, and the rate of active movement of sperm is 1.5 to 3.0 millimeter per minute in uterine endometrium. Semen has chemicals for nourishing the sperms, that is fructose, neutralizing the activity of urethra and vagina, that is bicarbonate, and stimulating movements in female tract, that is the prostaglandins. Now it is here. Now a person with sperm count between 20 million will be physiologically sterile. Below 20 million, if the sperm count lies below to 20 million, then it is regarded as a sterile person. Fusion of defective sperm, that is 22 plus XY with ovum, causes many birth defects, that is Klinefelter syndromes, and so many. There are so many hormonal syndromes are there. Hormonal control of male reproductive system. The growth, maintenance and functions of secondary sex organ, epididymis, vasa differentia, accessory glands and penis are under the control of testosterone hormone secreted by Leydig cell, while those of seminiferous tubules and Leydig cells are controlled by follicular stimulating hormone and interstitial cells, that is the ICSH and anterior pituitary lobe respectively. Onset puberty in the male. Puberty is the period when reproductive organs become functional. It is triggered by the secretion of the hormone testosterone in the testes, which enlargement of the penis and scrotum, broadening of the shoulders, growth of the body and facial hairs, deepening of the voice due to enlargement of the larynx and thickness of the vocal cords, increased development of musculature and the bones, increase in height, characteristics of male puberty. The male sex act. The male sex act involves three phases. One is erection. Erection of the penis is caused by rush of arterial blood into the empty sinuses of its spongy tissue on sexual excitement. As the spongy tissue distends, it compresses the veins, inhibiting the flow of blood out of the tissue. Filling the tissue with blood is called vascongestion. Okay, next is copulation. Copulation means mucus from the urethral gland, that is Cowper's gland, secret from the Cowper's glands, and vaginal glands provides lubrication for copulation. Friction due to rhythmic movements of sexual intercourse stimulate the sensory slits of the glans penis. This stimulation of the glans penis releases semen into the proximal part of the urethra by contraction of the reproductive glands and ducts. This process is called emission. Then the rhythmic wave-like contractions of the muscles at the base of the penis called forceful discharge, called ejaculation of semen into the vagina. On ejaculate, about 3 ml contains 200 to 400 million spermatozoa. Okay, 200 to 400 million spermatozoa. Ejaculation marks the climax of the copulation. Orgasm. At the peak of the sexual stimulation, pleasurable sensation called orgasm, it usually lasts only for a few seconds. And subsidence of erection, after ejaculation, the arterioles of the penis contract, reducing the blood flow to the penis, and erection subsides. This often takes a few minutes. And disorders of male reproductive system, it is prostatic hypertrophy. This is enlargement of the prostate gland. It often occurs in old age. It is very often. It occurs in the old age. The enlarged gland may block the urethra, causing frequent night urination or difficult or painful micturition. Prostate cancer is very common in men. It is treated surgically or with drugs. Impotence means sterility. This is inability of the male to achieve and or maintain erection of the penis long enough to engage in for complete copulation. They cannot. Impotency is erection of the male penis. It leads to sterility finally. And sterility, inability of the male sperm to fertilize the ovum. It may or may not be associated with impotence. Sterility also results from immobility and morphologically abnormality of the sperm. May it low sperm count is low, then also leads to sterility, and from low sperm count in the semen. So up till this, next day we will start from the female reproductive system. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. Do it as far as possible. Subscribe my channel. And up till this, hope you have enjoyed my lecture. If you have any problem, and you can send me in the comment box what is the problem with you, and if you want to get the notes of each and everything, I will provide you also. That's all for today. Stay safe. So thank you, and lastly again, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, bye.